Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. The buzz around the league hit a whole new level when whispers started spreading that Trevor Lawrence had finally spoken openly about a future that nobody saw coming. It wasn't just speculation anymore. Not just a wild rumor thrown around by fans trying to make headlines out of thin air. This time, according to people who claim to have been close to the conversation, Lawrence actually said yes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the shockwave was instant. Imagine the reaction. Reporters raising eyebrows, insiders scrambling to confirm, and fan bases breaking into arguments that lasted deep into the night. The entire NFL community felt that jolt. The kind that turns a quiet offseason into a storm of theories and heated debates. Lawrence's calm tone during the alleged interview only added fuel to the fire, because when a superstar speaks without hesitation, everyone listens twice. And if what he said truly hints at a new chapter, then the Steelers might be stepping into an era that nobody predicted. That's the vibe dominating every corner of football talk right now, swelling into the kind of anticipation that makes even rival teams pause and rethink their strategies. What really caught everyone off guard was the confidence behind his supposed words. It wasn't the vague, polished PR language that star athletes sometimes use when trying to dodge speculation. No, this sounded like a real confirmation, something with flavor, something with weight. People who heard the interview claim his tone shifted from reflective to decisive, as if Lawrence had already made peace with the idea of wearing black and gold. Fans from Pittsburgh immediately flooded social media, crafting edits, posting jersey mock-ups, and declaring the beginning of a new dynasty. Meanwhile, Jaguars fans were left stunned, unsure whether to deny the rumor outright or prepare emotionally for a massive shakeup. Analysts started dissecting everything from his body language to the pauses between his sentences, trying to decode any hidden meaning that might clarify the situation. And as the rumor spread further, it became impossible to contain. Everywhere, from sports bars to online forums, people kept repeating the same question. Did Trevor Lawrence really say yes to the Steelers? And every hour, the rumor grew stronger. The most intriguing part of this whole situation is how the Steelers organization responded, or rather, didn't respond. Their silence became a message of its own, a quiet nod that some fans interpreted as deliberate confirmation. Whenever a franchise wants to deny something, they usually jump in quickly to shut it down. But this time, nothing. Not a single statement, not a single leak pushing back against the wave of excitement. That only added suspense, because the Steelers are known for moving strategically behind the scenes, never rushing into public explanations. The silence isn't empty. It's loaded. Some insiders claim that the front office has been exploring bold moves for a while, aiming for a generational quarterback who can carry the team for over a decade. And when a talent like Lawrence enters the conversation, even as a rumor, everything changes. Fans started connecting dots, pointing to subtle reports of meetings, unexpected travel, and quiet conversations that went unnoticed until now. It's that perfect blend of secrecy and possibility that keeps the rumor alive, making people wonder whether a major reveal is already in motion. On Lawrence's side, the narrative feels even more mysterious. His journey has always been filled with expectations, from his college dominance to his entrance into the league as a franchise savior. So the idea of him switching teams feels almost unreal, like a plot twist in a sports documentary that nobody expected. Yet the way he reportedly spoke about the Steelers carried a certain admiration, a tone that hinted at respect for the franchise's culture and history. People described his expression as calm, but excited, as if he could already envision himself working under a coach known for leadership and consistency. Some say he even mentioned how certain systems fit his style better, how some environments elevate quarterbacks rather than overwhelm them. Whether those lines were exact or embellished by the rumor mill, they struck a chord. Fans across the league started imagining the possibilities, picturing him stepping into a locker room filled with hungry young talent and established veterans ready for a spark. And that image alone has been enough to fuel endless debates. What complicates the whole situation is the ripple effect. If the rumor turns out to be true, or even partially true, it would reshape multiple storylines at once. Analysts began weighing the potential consequences, imagining how the AFC landscape could shift, how rivalries might intensify, how expectations could skyrocket overnight. The Steelers have always been a franchise that thrives under big moments, and pairing them with a quarterback carrying superstar potential transforms everything. Meanwhile, the Jaguars' direction would be thrown into uncertainty, creating a domino effect across the league. Fans wouldn't just be reacting to a player movement. They'd be reacting to an entire shift of power. This kind of rumor doesn't stay small because it challenges the usual flow of things. It dares fans to imagine something dramatic, even cinematic. And every version of the story being shared online adds another layer to the speculation, turning the rumor into the hottest talk in football. Still, the heart of the buzz comes back to that alleged interview. Those few words that managed to set the sports world on fire. People replayed the audio clips from unofficial sources, analyzed the tone, slowed it down, and compared it to previous interviews. Many swear they heard conviction. Others insist it was misinterpreted, a harmless comment twisted into something much bigger. But that's the beauty and chaos of sports rumors. Once they catch wind, they take on a life of their own. And in this case, with a star quarterback at the center and one of the league's most iconic franchises in the spotlight, the reaction was inevitable. Whether it was a slip, a hint, or a fully intentional announcement, the impact has been massive. And until someone steps forward with a clear answer, the rumor will continue to echo, growing louder with each passing conversation, feeding anticipation and curiosity across the football landscape. The second part continues with the same intensity, deepening the sense of uncertainty and excitement swirling around this rumored move. The more people talk, the more it feels like something big is looming, something that could redefine the upcoming season. What's fascinating is how players from around the league have reportedly reacted behind closed doors. Some insiders claim that several high-profile athletes started asking their agents questions, wondering whether this shift could influence their own futures. A quarterback as prominent as Lawrence doesn't move quietly. His decisions tend to spark chain reactions. Teammates begin reconsidering roles, rival teams start recalculating strategies, and analysts revisit old assumptions. Even fans from unrelated franchises jump into the conversation, imagining hypothetical matchups and new storylines that could emerge. The buzz isn't contained. It's spreading through every layer of the football community, pulling in even those who normally stay away from rumors. And every time someone says the rumor sounds too wild to be true, another voice counters, insisting that sometimes the craziest stories have a grain of truth hidden inside. Another element fueling the speculation is the emotional response stirred within the Steelers fan base. They're not just reacting with excitement. They're reacting with pride, as if this rumor validates something deeply rooted in the identity of the franchise. The Steelers have always been viewed as an organization built on legacy, toughness, and a no-nonsense approach. So the idea of a young star choosing them willingly, speaking openly about his interest, has elevated their enthusiasm to a whole new level. Bars filled with fans have reportedly erupted into chants, podcasts dedicated entire episodes to the subject, and social media is overflowing with montage videos imagining Lawrence running out of the tunnel wearing black and gold. Even without confirmation, the visual is powerful. It taps into nostalgia while promising something new. And when a fan base with that kind of passion latches onto a rumor, it becomes almost unstoppable. Some even argue that the public pressure alone might influence negotiations, adding a whole new layer to the unfolding drama. Meanwhile, back in the Jaguars universe, the reaction carries an entirely different tone, one of disbelief mixed with frustration. Fans who have watched Lawrence develop, who have defended him through rough seasons and celebrated his standout performances, suddenly feel blindsided. Many of them argue that this rumor has to be nothing more than noise, something created to stir controversy. Yet others admit they've noticed subtle signs of dissatisfaction, hints that Lawrence might be ready for a change of scenery. The conversation within that fan base has become divided, emotional, and deeply invested. Some discuss how the organization might bounce back, while others explore hypothetical replacements. But the truth is, the uncertainty weighs heavily. A talent like Lawrence is not easily replaced, and the possibility of losing him, even in rumor form, shakes the confidence of any team. It forces fans and analysts alike to question what went wrong and what might happen next if the rumor proves to be more than just talk. What gives the whole story an almost cinematic feel is the idea that Lawrence himself might be orchestrating a new chapter with more intention than people realize. The rumor of him confirming his arrival in an interview didn't just fall from the sky. It came with a sense of purpose. Observers described his demeanor as composed, almost relieved, as if he had been waiting for the perfect moment to let something slip. This opens up speculation about internal conversations, private decisions, and long-term plans that may have been in motion long before this moment. Maybe he wants a fresh start. Maybe he sees a system in Pittsburgh that matches his vision. Maybe he's looking for stability, leadership, or a fan base ready to embrace him with open arms. Whatever the motive, if his words truly carried the intention people believe they heard, then we might be witnessing the early stages of a move that could define the next era of football. It's that sense of purpose behind the rumor that makes it feel more real than most. The conversation isn't limited to fans and insiders. Coaches, retired players, and even former executives have reportedly chimed in with their takes. Some call it bold, others call it surprising, and a few even call it genius. They say the Steelers have been searching for that spark, that player capable of elevating the entire roster. And Lawrence, with his poise, arm strength, and potential, fits the description perfectly. On the flip side, others question whether the transition would be smooth, whether the expectations placed on him would be too heavy. The differing opinions only make the rumor more compelling, creating a multi-angle debate that fans have been devouring. It's rare for a single rumor to generate this level of buzz, but this one hits all the markers. Star quarterback, iconic franchise, emotional fan bases, and enough mystery to keep everyone guessing. It's the kind of story that grips the football world and refuses to let go. And as the rumor continues to dominate conversations, one thing becomes clear. Whether true or not, Trevor Lawrence's alleged confirmation has changed the atmosphere entirely. It sparked hope, fear, excitement, and speculation on a scale rarely seen in the offseason. And until someone steps up with undeniable clarity, whether Lawrence himself, the Steelers, or the Jaguars, the suspense will keep growing. Fans will keep refreshing feeds, analysts will keep debating, and the rumor will keep echoing across the football landscape. Because sometimes the mere possibility of seismic change is enough to reshape the conversation. And right now, everyone is waiting to see whether this story ends with denial, confirmation, or a twist that nobody saw coming. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. What's truly remarkable is how this rumor refuses to die down, growing stronger with every new detail whispered across the sports world. It's like every hour someone adds a new piece to the puzzle, and suddenly the picture starts looking clearer, even if nobody can confirm anything officially. Some sources claim that Lawrence has been spotted talking casually with players connected to the Steelers, sparking theories that these weren't just friendly conversations, but subtle hints of what's coming next. People love catching these small interactions. The handshake that lasts a little longer than usual, the smile that seems just a bit too knowing, the casual remark that sounds harmless on the surface, but becomes explosive once mixed with circulating rumors. And right now, that's exactly what fans are dissecting. This atmosphere of suspense has started shaping a narrative so intense that even those who don't usually get involved in off-season chatter suddenly find themselves hooked. It's the kind of moment where everyone feels like they might be witnessing the beginning of something historic, even if it's still shrouded in uncertainty and speculation. Another fascinating layer to this story is how former quarterbacks have reportedly been reacting behind the scenes. Some insiders claim that veterans with years of experience under pressure are quietly admiring Lawrence's rumored decision. They say it takes courage to consider a move of this magnitude, especially when it comes with enormous expectations and the weight of an entire franchise's hopes. Others see it as a strategic masterclass, a young star stepping into a system known for discipline, stability, and long-term structure. And of course, those comments only fuel the debate further. Fans are now analyzing interviews from retired legends, looking for subtle clues or coded language that might suggest they know more than they're saying. Whether those interpretations are accurate or totally imagined, they create a captivating aura around the situation. It's almost like the whole league is holding its breath, as if everyone can sense that regardless of the final outcome, this rumor has already shifted the energy of the NFL conversation in a very real way. And perhaps the most intriguing part is how the story has begun transitioning from rumor to anticipation, as if fans and analysts alike are preparing themselves emotionally for an official announcement that might or might not ever come. That's the strange power of moments like this. The imagination runs faster than reality, crafting scenarios so vivid that people start believing in them even without confirmation. Some say that if Lawrence truly said yes, the league wouldn't stay silent for long. Others argue that major moves often happen in complete secrecy until every detail is locked. Either way, the suspense is now a character of its own, shaping discussions, influencing opinions, and keeping the football world on edge. People are refreshing feeds, listening to every interview, watching every clip twice, and waiting for the smallest detail to break the stalemate. And until something official surfaces, this rumor will continue expanding, dominating conversations, and casting a long shadow over every other story in the league. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.